Hi everyone,
Hi, I'm Fanny.
I'm Jayce.
Welcome to Freelance Creative Exchange, where every episode we speak to a freelancer about freelancing and the gig economy.
And today we have someone very special with us today, and he is Mr. Vincent Lim.
Cheers. Thank you for having me, ladies. Looking
He's a
good.
media and entertainment maverick. He is also the CEO of Fanfare Global, the world's first blockchain-powered social commerce community.
Wow.
Right. So maybe Vincent, you might want to introduce yourself to our audiences here.
Wow. Okay. I wasn't formally trained in media. I think most people who know me know that I graduated with a honors degree in zoology. That was in 94. And my first job was actually with SBC. I went in and thought I'd try something different.
Sorry, SBC means Singapore Broadcasting Corporation.
Yes.
Because I think for a lot of people out there, they probably
Okay.
cannot remember.
Now you know my age.
So what made you actually want to move or set up Fanfare in that sense, and how do you see it affect the media industries? Would it be the next digital transformation for the industry?
For user-generated content, UGC it's not something new. I mean, it's been around at least for the past 10 years as well, right? With the arrival of YouTube and all your social media channels. I think it's again on looking at the point of the monetization area, because now your production is done by one person. Right?
Yeah.
Previously, it was a whole team, whole crew. So now your content creator is the freelancer himself or herself.
Yeah.
So it's a one man or one woman show, right? He or she comes to the script, the idea, goes to the location, record the sound, go back, edit the sound.
Yeah.
Because nobody's commissioning him or her, right? She has to do the content.
Yeah.
So he's one freelancer, one big freelancer. The only problem is when you post these videos on YouTube, if you don't have a strong following, you don't get anything in return. You wasted all your time.
Yes.
And how many of these good content creators can you lose? Because I'm always an advocate for good content. And so we look at it, and if you post on Facebook, it goes viral. It goes on Instagram, it goes viral. But the social media platforms are monetizing this. They're putting ads.
Yeah.
They're charging their clients clicks, but they're not channeling this revenue back to you.
Yeah.
So we said, I think we need to do something. Because if not, we will lose a whole generation of good content creators. So, but we cannot be a social media platform.
Yep.
Because then we just be like them. And we look at it as it. I think we need to tie it with something bigger. And we look and we realize that these two big industries of social media and e-commerce, they are literally merging. The two big industries. Okay, so social media and e-commerce will merge to form social commerce. It's happening, but Facebook puts social commerce as a subset because they are a social media platform and their main source of revenue is advertisements.
Yep.
So they cannot say, oh, we're going to change our platform to social commerce. They can't. And e-commerce people, they're slowly getting influencers to market products.
Yep.
But they cannot say that they are influencer platform because they are e-commerce. So what happens? They're in a dilemma. They cannot change their DNA and they have limitations. So we came out and our whole DNA, our whole building block is social commerce from the start.
Right.
So what is social commerce? Social commerce is when Fanny does a video, she posts it on Fanfare. She notifies the brand by tagging the brand. So our brands who are on the platform sees the video and say, wow, this is a very good video.
Yeah.
I will be able to add a buy button to the video straight away. I can tag it to a product that Fanny is showcasing, link it directly to my e-store.
Okay.
Which means if Jayce watched that video, of this blouse that she said, I want to buy the same blouse, I can actually click buy straight away. And you get rewarded straight away because it's run by blockchain, it's run by smart contracts, right? So there's no discrepancy. You cannot say I didn't get paid.
Yeah.
There's no agreements because once you put it on a platform, you agree, you accept
abide by it.
You accept the amount that be paid to you.
Right.
It's paid via our tokens, and the tokens that you receive, you can exchange it for cash at the exchange, or you can go to our e-store and buy real world products. So for content creators, that works better.
Yep.
And for the brands, it works better also because if I were to see your same video on Facebook, there's no way I can contact you. I don't know how to contact you. You know, are you represented by an agent? You know, where do you accept the fee I give you? And then how long will you let me use the video for? Blah blah blah. But for us, our platform is fixed. There's a duration you can use the video for, get paid. So if the brand want to use it again, the brand pays you again. Hassle free, right? So, and we allow more than one brand to bid for your video. So 4 brands can put buy buttons on your video.
Yeah.
So let's say if you do a video, if you are a smart content creator, you feature 4 brands in the video, right? Then, or you feature 5, right? And because you're a very good content creator, you got lots of following, 5 brands would want to bid for your video, right? But we only allow maximum of 4.
Oh, okay.
So the 5th brand will have to pay higher, and then it start bidding each other. So you start creating better videos because you know that the brands are looking at the videos, right? And because we link it directly to an e-store, you get rewarded also when people click and buy from your video.
Okay.
So you get rewarded twice.
So the buy amount fixed, as in like if I like the video that Fanny makes, I want to buy it. Do I propose the fee or is it actually flat?
You don't buy. You sort of license to use the video. The video still belongs to her.
Oh, okay.
Which means she can monetize any She can choose. She can put it on YouTube.
It again.
She
Okay,
can put it
I
on
see.
Instagram. So I'm a content creator, so I want to respect the content creator. The IP belongs to you.
Right.
But you are just licensing. They're just
Right.
paying you to license that for the duration of time
Okay.
that they can put a buy button to your video.
Right.
Okay.
Make it a shoppable video basically. So it's let's say if you did a nice video for Apple and Apple say, well, you know,
Yeah.
I can
like it.
link it. You know, Jayce can buy the MacBook Air straight away from watching your video. But the video still belongs to you. Apple doesn't. But for Apple, I get to own a user-generated video at a very low cost. If I were to pay a company or a professional influencer,
Yeah.
there's no guarantee that it will generate sales. It can convert to sales.
Yeah.
But here the risk is on the content creator.
content,
Yeah.
yeah.
But then again, if you were to post the same video on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, what's the chances
Yep.
of you monetizing it?
Yeah.
So I'm just providing an alternative platform, and because it is powered by blockchain and smart contracts, you know you get paid.
Is it a very conscious decision to build this whole platform on blockchain? I mean, do you see blockchain being a technology that is actually going to help to move the media industry into the next?
Blockchain has many uses and many benefits. Firstly, it cuts off the middleman, so it makes processes more efficient. So if you're talking about efficiency in a very low budget environment, then it's very helpful, right? Because then you save time, you save money. For example, for very, very simple approval processes, you don't need, if it's job done, then and there's a way to make sure that there is a way to verify the work is done. That is it's a very quick process. IP protection is the other thing that you can look into. There are several blockchain companies that they're looking into copyright protection for videos, for content. So that's one way. It acts as a vote. The blockchain itself cannot store video, you know, because it's just storing ledgers. It just stores transactions. Right? But it cannot store the video. But it can store maybe a proof that it belongs to you. So there's no discrepancy, right?
Yeah.
So once you do this video and you pass it through this blockchain, So and because you cannot tamper with the information, so nobody can say it doesn't belong to you. So there's a way of stamping that so it protects you. Right? It protects the content creator. So that's what we see it down the road.
But actually, another challenge, I mean, I'm not sure if it's a challenge for freelancers as per se, right? If they are paid in this cryptocurrency, is then how do I exchange it for a real cash? Because, you know, freelancers need
Yeah.
the cash. To
There are
survive,
coin
right?
exchanges.
So okay, so is it like a straightforward? Yeah, like you go to a foreign, exchange currency, you pay them some money and then they will.
Yeah, it's actually all online.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
you have to create your own digital wallets basically, and then
link it to a bank account.
yeah, but most exchanges they only they only trade in the recognized coins like Bitcoin,
Right.
Ethereum.
So how many coins? How many different kind of cryptocurrency are there? There's actually a lot.
They're like thousands, but they're coins and they're tokens.
So it's different.
Yeah.
Right.
So tokens are riding on what am I say? Like for example, the Ethereum blockchain, right?
Yeah.
It allows different companies to create their own tokens on their blockchain. So for them, a CreativesAtWork could create a creative token, for example, riding on the Ethereum blockchain.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to create your own blockchain.
Right.
That means it's like a clone of the coin, I would say, right? So the
Right.
coin is called the Ether
Yeah.
coin, right? ETH. Now, but you could set up your own creative blockchain.
Okay.
That means you want to have your own track. So
Yeah.
a blockchain is like a train track, right? Or an
Yeah.
expressway that all these transactions can happen.
Yeah.
The coin is like your car, right?
Yeah.
So they allow. So Ethereum has created their own track. You can create a different kind of cars using their template, their model, right? But then you're subjected to whatever
Guidelines or
whatever limitations or specifications that chain allows, because it's not a new technology. It's been around for long. So the scalability is an issue here, right? Now, you want to create your own blockchain, so creative blockchain. Then you have to spend some time to create your own blockchain, right? And then your own coin.
Yeah.
But then the problem with your own blockchain, your own coin is liquidity, because if you're a new blockchain and a new coin, you don't have enough users. There's no trading volume.
Yep.
So if it's specifically done for the freelancers, the media industry, you might, because you're not just looking at then Singapore market, right? There are freelancers all over the world.
Yeah.
So if you create a creative or a freelancer token that the whole world can use it, then maybe that's big enough pool, right? Then again, of course, so you got two challenges. One is you need to convince the entire freelancing pool
to adopt.
use this as to adopt this to use this as a mode of payment, right? A recognized mode of payment. Not just the freelancing pool, but all your clients.
Yeah.
Are they willing to do this because their finance problems? Why we dealing with cryptocurrency?
Yeah.
Those are the issues that we see. So even for Fanfare, when we talk to the brands, we try to tell them, don't look at it as cryptocurrency, but look at the way as converting your advertising dollars to our tokens that you can reward. Yeah, so you have to find a way to convince the broadcasters, your corporate clients, and then of course, then you got to find an exchange to list your coins, right? Because you need a place.
Yeah.
Right. If not, then you can create your own exchange. That means your own exchange where that these freelancers can go and liquidate their coins. That means there must be a buyer. But who's the one buying back the coins?
Yeah.
Right. So which means does CreativesAtWork now become the central?
Yeah. Exchange. Like that, right? So we are like
It could be creative exchange rather than CreativesAtWork. Yeah. So somebody needs to drive it.
Yeah.
A neutral body needs to drive it. A neutral body that is respected by the freelancing pool. That's a thought, right?
Yeah.
That's a thought. I know these payment issues. I mean, I myself definitely in the course of my own work, I have also delayed payments to freelancers before, and I know how it feels, and I've been owed as well.
Yeah.
Many times. So I know this payment issue has been a long lasting. Again, it is about understanding the whole thing, because without the production companies, it's very difficult for also freelancers to pitch work.
Yeah.
It's an ecosystem that everybody needs to come together. It cannot be us versus them kind of thing.
Correct.
Because once you draw that line, freelancers are by themselves and production companies are by themselves, then it's very fragmented.
Yeah, it is.
It should be the media industry.
Yeah.
You know, it should be media industry, and we're all together. We're all creatives, producing productions, good quality content. It's just that the production house is bearing a lot of the risk, right? We take on the job. If the quality of the work is not there, the freelancers don't answer for it, right?
Yeah.
The companies have to answer, and their reputation at stake, because I'm not going to outsource to you. I'm going to outsource to everyone.
Yeah.
So for the freelancer, I don't care, you know, because
Yeah.
there's so many production houses out that would hire me. But for a production house, that is their livelihood, you see. So the freelancers need to find a way to work with production companies for payments. So I think for commission productions, maybe an escrow would be. This is what the construction industry is doing also.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of the developers are dealing payments to the construction suppliers, so they have an escrow also. So they're milestone payments. So you could, but I understand that production house also have other expenditure they need to.
Commitments and all this, yeah.
So then it all boils down to having a talk to the client, right? So if the client has all the budget ready, then all the budget can be already put in escrow, right? And then release, and the milestones are there, and because it's blockchain, it's released immediately.
Yeah.
It's not like I send an invoice,
Yeah.
then 60 days, 60 days.
Yeah.
After
I lost
that,
the invoice, you got to send it again.
oh, I guess on leave, and then there's like this is irritating, you see. But I delivered. So I think blockchain can cut down those efficiencies
Yeah.
Actually, you're right.
to prove that invoice has been sent.
Correct.
You know.
Yeah, and everything is recorded as transactions, right?
Yeah.
So as long
Yeah.
as you have
Yeah.
net, right,
Yeah.
it's straight
Yeah.
away.
So,
nothing stopping.
So if you want to, the first step, instead of cryptocurrency and blockchain, it could be used as a way to verify. Because nowadays the verification processes are there.
yeah.
So invoice can be done by blockchain, right?
Yeah.
You don't need.
Yeah.
So again, it is up to the client to accept this.
Right.
These trigger points are,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
release payment.
So having run a production house back then and then versus running this blockchain here, comparatively, what are the challenges that, you face? Is it tougher to run a production company back then? Or is it tougher to run your current Fanfare as an entrepreneur in that sense? Or are the challenges actually different?
I think the question about budgets will always be there. The clients are always wanting to pay lower and want you to do it faster. And that main problem has not changed for over 20 years. Clients always want you to do cheaper.
Yeah.
And they think like creative people shouldn't be paid too much. I don't know why. I don't understand. They want to pay you for time and not your ideas.
Yep.
I think ideas are for free.
Yeah.
Ideas are not for free.
Yep.
Right? It takes time to come up with an idea. But they rather pay for man hours, like physical work on the ground.
Yeah.
Your producer will be on the set for how long? How many? Yeah, but my producer do a lot of pre-production work.
Yeah.
Like 3 months of running around. Oh, we cannot pay for 3 months of running.
Yeah.
Doesn't justify.
Yeah.
So those unseen, intangible work hours are never appreciated. I think it boils down to education in the client, but they will never accept it. They will never. So they will just see the final price. Oh, there's not even a budget.
Yeah.
So that challenge will always be there in terms of, and your creative team, your production house will always be having not enough to do better work, or not enough to justify taking the job. But they are forced to take on the job because if I don't take this $10,000 job,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have the $10,000. At least I would keep.
Yeah.
So that becomes a spiral down. A lot of companies will face that. If you don't take, someone's going to take.
Yeah.
Another 3-man outfit can
Yeah.
survive on $10,000 for a month.
Yeah.
But then, so production houses are then not allowed to grow. They always be at boutique size. and they can't take on more than what they can, because if they take on, they got to hire more, and then next month if I don't have it, how am I going to do my stuff?
Yeah.
So you're caught in this catch-22 situation. I've been there, and I know, I grew very big, and every month you have to look for bigger and bigger projects to sustain the company, right? And the painful part is if you don't, it's either the freelancers suffer or your own people suffer, because somebody has to get paid.
Yeah.
And who do you pay first?
Yeah.
Right? And crunch time comes, then you should start cutting down stuff, right? And then we cut down stuff, and then next month you suddenly get a bonus of projects. Then what you do?
Yeah.
And then you can start hiring, and you can hire. So is this inconsistency is another problem I find. So how do we reconcile? How do production house able to secure projects, long-term projects?
Right.
It cannot be a monthly thing. A monthly thing is very painful. It's very, very, very painful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because when you look at the books, you run the companies, right? It's like, oh my God, then out of your own pocket, start selling this, start selling that. Hello, honey, I think we'll cancel our vacation. So is these things, right? So, and because as you're right, there's now so many new outfits coming out.
Yeah.
And technology has lowered the barrier.
Yes.
Anyone literally can just, I can do an entire corporate video on a mobile phone, literally.
Yeah.
It's 4K.
Exactly.
It's 4K. And they have gadgets they can put a mic.
Put in, plug in.
The filters. I don't even have to rent a camera.
Yeah.
Right? So and airdrop everything to this. Previously when we were shooting on tape, we had to digitize tapes, digitize. That means if you have 30 hours of tape, we take 30 hours to digitize. Literally. It's real time. You could ingest the material into the computer. You convert analog to digital, and that's time.
Yeah.
That the customer won't pay, because that's editing time, that's downtime. So nobody understands that, you see. So now lower entry barrier. So budgets are lower. So what I see down the road is really production houses may have to find a way to get around this today. Either they empower, they create smaller teams rather than function as a big team. They got to work remotely. They cannot have nice offices anymore because that's a huge burden unless they own the place. So can the editors work from home? Do they trust that they do from home? Can they produce it from home? Maybe once in a while just meet in a cafe or a shared area to just meet up. Things are changing, so you got to move along. Or you look at different ways of collaboration. Maybe create content with freelancers, right? Because then freelancers can also start owning content. I'm sure they are doing it now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right, so
I think with YouTubers, even with like what you mentioned about influencer and all this, right? I think a lot of the content creators now are actually starting to look beyond just their own craft. Like, we're just talking about back then, right? The cameraman is a cameraman, right? So they are very, how should I say, they value their craft a lot, right? But nowadays, people were like, okay, I need a cameraman, but I also need an editor. Right, and I also need a producer, right? So you just want camera, you do everything, right? So every freelancers now need to make sure, based on what we see right now, right, especially those who is doing corporate work, they need to be ready to be multi-skilled, right?
Yes.
And client will always make the demand to say, can you do this? Can you also do this? Might as well you do this as well. So in the end, like what you mentioned, right, you see a one-man person but doing multiple different roles that in the past used to be done by 2-3 person.
Correct.
So even though, the rate per day is the same, like 350, but actually in that sense, they are doing more for the 350.
Correct.
Right, and it has never changed for the last 10 years.
So I don't know, maybe that's the other thing that the industry would change, because you used to have a very specific skill set for everything. You need a prop master. The guy just do props.
Yeah.
You need a PA that just go around and buy food. So when you go on set to a TVC, there's 25 people on set, right?
Yeah.
You move from one location to the other, it's like three
everybody
buses.
moves together.
It's like,
And then a buffet catering.
the buffet. So are those days gone? I don't know. I think they are.
I never see buffet catering.
No more already, is it? Okay.
A few people.
Oh, still have. Okay.
Yeah. So
Maybe the Hollywood production here have lah.
Yeah. So we were advocates of specialization back then, because we felt that we should respect everybody's craft, right? A makeup artist is a makeup artist. If you don't expect DOP to makeup, right?
Yeah.
Then now we are going to generalization.
Yeah.
We're going to specialized generalists. Last time was general specialist, right? Now I don't know what you call them, but basically it's but is that good for industry? I don't know. You become a jack of all trade, but are you a master of something?
Yeah.
You know, maybe you should have one good skill and you're able to do, but then you'll be compromising on makeup, right? So I'm not so sure. I'm not sure. But then nowadays you look at what the user generated content do. They are more into storytelling
Yeah.
rather than the technical aspect. I mean, don't get me wrong, but there are some with very good technical production if they are done by professional freelancers. So it's always this part about the creative and the technical, which we shouldn't draw the line. We should try
To bring it together.
Okay?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
again, with technology, Fanfare will incorporate some of these tools that will make the video look better, like filters and everything. Yeah. Then, but we don't want to cause to make it such a way that that we lose this technical skills. You see. That is very important. That's still very important in the whole media production. That's why I say Hollywood is so viral, because they are specialists.
Yeah.
Of course, they had a budget now.
Yeah,
$30 million for $150 million for a show. So it boils down to really budgets.
So for freelancers right now at this point in time, or even for the media industries, do you think it's important for them to know the new technology like AI, blockchain, or do you think that it's actually not relevant? They just need to focus on their craft and understand the change in technology that's affecting their craft.
No, I think they need to know. Whether they apply is another thing. Because it's like mobile phone, right? Yeah, I don't use mobile phone. I don't want to know how to use it. But there may come a time where you need to use it to make an emergency call. You know?
Yeah.
You may not apply blockchain but you need to understand enough so that you know how it can benefit you. For example, if somebody say, "Hey, we're going to use blockchain as a mode of payment or remuneration,"
Yeah.
and so what's blockchain?
Yeah.
You don't know blockchain, then now, then you'll be left out. Literally, you'll be left out
Yeah.
of the equation. So you may not need to know. You may not need to apply in your work, but you need to know enough. You may not need to trade in cryptocurrency, right? So blockchain and cryptocurrency are two separate matters. Okay, just because they've been linked now does not mean they are together.
Yeah.
Blockchain can run on its own a track without cryptocurrency. So that's what they can do is, if they understand how blockchain can be used, they can actually recommend in some of the processes. So if certain production houses are embracing it, and in terms of production management can be more efficient if you know how to use blockchain. But of course, you need IT guys to help you lah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it creates a whole. So your media production may now include a blockchain team in future. Actually, to handle some of the processes. Maybe bookings. Booking is one way.
Yeah.
Issuing of equipment. A lot of logistic processes can really be handled by blockchain, and then that is a way to counter the lower
Yeah,
budgets.
the productivities and all this. Yeah. Thank you so much,
Wow,
Vincent. I
sorry,
think we
my
had a long talk, right?
Oh, we have
Thanks
one
for
last
sharing.
question.
Yeah.
Oh my
Which I
god!
share with
Yeah,
you.
just one last question.
If you could give one piece of advice to your younger self when you were just starting out, what would you say?
The advice that I have not been given, or the advice I should give. I've always been not afraid to try. That's always been my younger self. I've always been a risk taker. I've always just like to plunge into things, into the unknown, without adequate research, without adequate fact finding. For me, it's always on impulse. If I like this, I just go, right?
Yeah.
So I have been burnt many times. because of those rash moments. But I have also enjoyed certain uplifting moments because I took the plunge. So it's hard to say. But if I want to give a piece of advice, it's probably be a bit more patient. I think now that I've aged, being patient, having more EQ would be helpful, especially when you're in this industry. You're dealing with people. When I was much younger, I was a bit hot-headed, literally, and as a young, fresh
Entrepreneur
and director,
Yeah.
you know, you it's like you want to charge, right? And you want to charge, and people are not following. You tend to get very upset and angry. So I think the thing is we learn to chill a bit more. Life is more than achieving success overnight. Relationships are important. The other thing that I wanted to say is relationships, family. Made a lot of sacrifices when I was starting out. But congratulations, you have got a happy family. So yes, I did sacrifice a lot, trying to make the company succeed. So it did reach a level of success, but at what expense? At what cost? So that weighing scale is very difficult to advise, but it's the priorities is important. Priorities. So patience is one, priorities is the other, and being a people person. I think those are the 3 P's I might want to add. And that will be to my younger self. I don't think I turned out that bad. Yeah, but if I could rewind the clock, maybe things may be a bit different.
Yeah.
But I will still stick with the video industry, like I said when I started. It's challenging in Singapore. It's really challenging, and for all the freelancers, for all the content creators, tell yourself this: okay, you are in a very difficult environment doing production because our domestic market is very small. But the fact that you can still do quality work, you're on par with anybody out in the world. You're on par with Hollywood because they have big budgets. If imagine you can do so much with just this little, imagine how much you can do if you're given that much, right? So continue to persevere, continue to do what you enjoy, what you like. It's not a job when you enjoy what you're doing, okay? And keep doing what you're doing and embrace technology. That's important. Don't get too fixated on what you are used to, because the media industry is one industry that evolves so quickly. Okay. Transform yourself. I like the word that Jayce has used. Transform yourself. Just because you are a makeup artist doesn't mean you cannot do anything outside your field. Right? Learn to pick up something new in the environment, in the industry. And I hope that this payment issues between production houses and freelancers can be resolved. Hopefully, in the near future with blockchain technology. If not, maybe some other platforms. And I hope that the industry actually continues to flourish. And enjoy productions made by content creators. I sit on a pitch panel myself. So I enjoy listening to pitches and I enjoy actually seeing the final product. The whole journey is very gratifying, because, like I said, the media industry is the only industry you can create something out of nothing. Literally. Okay, it's the only thing you can make a person laugh, cry, angry, sad at the same time. Just like watching your show.
Alter decisions, right?
Yeah.
You influence people.
That's how powerful this tool is. So it's you're in a very privileged position. Know that fact. And if you can help make the industry better, then do it. Don't just sit there and complain. I think that's the other thing. Okay, don't just sit there and complain. Be more proactive. Don't be antagonistic. That's what I feel. I think always be collaborative. People owe you money. You may owe people money because it goes round in circle. So if somebody has treated your your injuries with kindness, then do the same with someone else.
Yeah.
You know, because it goes on full circle.
Yeah.
You're never always right. So that's the parting message I like to give.
Wow, very nice.
It comes with age.
So
Okay, so thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Freelance Creative Exchange.
subscribe to iTunes and Spotify and leave us a review.
Also subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave us a comment because we want to hear what you think and then what you want to hear from the next episode.
Follow us at CreativeAtWorks on Facebook as well as on our Instagram.
So join us next time for a brand new episode of Freelance Creative Exchange.
Until then, bye. Bye, Vincent.
Thank you.